हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम यू ऑल ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ रेजोनेंस। माई सेल्फ SRN सर। आज 10 तारीख की शिफ्ट 1 में जो मेमोरी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है केमिस्ट्री का वो देखने वाले हैं अपन। द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द फ्रोथ स्टेबलाइजर यूज्ड इन द concentration of sulfide ore are. In the froth flotation process, we can use the collectors, that is pine oil, fatty acids and xanthates. These are used as the collectors, and to enhance this non-wettability of the mineral, we can use these froth stabilizers like cresol and aniline. So, in the given options, these are all given, that is fatty acid, pine oil, cresol and xanthate. In this, cresol is the froth stabilizer and remaining are collectors. The next question, which of the following is a diamagnetic and low spin complex? In the given complexes, cobalt complexes, NH3 is the strong field ligand, chloride ion is the weak field ligand, fluoride is weak field and water is also here weak field ligand. And in presence of strong field ligand, cobalt in +3 state D6 configuration, it has T2G 222 EZ00 configuration as per CFT. Now, it is the diamagnetic complex and low spin complex. The compound which does not exist is, in the given compounds beryllium chloride, sodium superoxide, lead, tetraethyl lead and ammonium tetrafluoroberylate. In these compounds, except sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium can form these superoxides. Lithium and sodium cannot form superoxides. So, here sodium superoxide is not existing. Number of molecules in 2.8375 liters of O2 at STP are. It is a very easy question. First, calculate the number of moles by dividing with 22.4. When you divide with 22.4 and multiply with the Avogadro number, you will get number of molecules, and that is 7.62 into 10 power 22, and we can write it as 762 into 10 power 20. So, answer is 762. Next one, number of electron pairs in T2G orbitals in potassium ferrocyanide. Another question from coordination. In potassium ferrocyanide, cyanide ion is the strong field ligand and iron is in +2 state. So, in presence of strong field ligand, it has D6 configuration and it is in, as per CFT, the configuration is T2G 222 EZ00. Number of electron pairs are 3. How many of the following have bent shape? Chemical bonding, VSEPR theory application, and here given one SO2, O3, I3 minus, N3 minus and NO2 minus. In this SO2, it has bent shape and O3 also has bent shape, I3 minus has linear shape, N3 minus also has linear shape and NO2 minus has bent shape. So, these 3 molecules are only having bent shape. Next one, sodium oxide on hydrolysis, in the presence of water, it is giving 2x, Cl2O7 plus H2O giving 2y. Find total number of oxygen atoms in the products X and Y. Here, the X and Y products formed are sodium hydroxide and perchloric acid. In the sodium hydroxide, there is 1 oxygen, and in perchloric acid, there are 4 oxygen atoms. So, totally 5 oxygen atoms in the products. This is from thermochemistry, and here 2CO plus O2 gives 2CO2, delta H is given as -x kilojoule. Graphite plus O2 gives CO2, delta H is given as -y kilojoule, and asking for delta H of this reactions, graphite plus half O2 gives CO. And in this, for the first equation, delta H is -y, and we are multiplying with 1/2, and we are getting delta H as -x kilojoule per mole upon 2, and by subtracting the first equation by multiplying with 1 by 2 from second equation, we are getting the target equation. So, this is our required equation. In this, delta H is equal to minus y minus of minus x by 2, it will be equal to x minus 2y by 2. So, this is the delta H for the required equation. Find the total number of lone pairs of electrons on central atom of IF5 and IF7. IF5, it is having square pyramid shape with one lone pair, and IF7 has pentagonal bipyramidal shape, and it has 0 lone pair. So, the number of lone pairs, total number of lone pairs equal to 1 only. Next, prolonged heating of ferrous ammonium sulphate solution is avoided to prevent its. Ferrous ammonium sulphate on prolonged heating, some of the ferrous ions are converting into ferric ions due to oxidation. So, to prevent its oxidation, prolonged heating of ferrous ammonium sulphate is avoided. Next, enthalpy of adsorption and enthalpy of formation of micelles are respectively. Here, enthalpy of adsorption is a exothermic process, so delta H is negative, but enthalpy of formation of micelle is endothermic process, because the micelle formation is decreasing the stability of colloids. So, that is why the energy of the mixture is increasing. So, delta H is greater than 0. So, for adsorption, delta H is negative, and for enthalpy of formation, micelle formation, delta H is positive. Next, the degree of dissociation of monobasic acid is 0.3. By what percent is the observed depression in freezing point greater than the calculated depression in freezing point? So, let us take the calculated delta Tf. For calculated delta Tf, it is the formula Kf into m. Observed value of delta Tf, we are calculating I equal to 1.3. So, delta Tf observed will be 1.3 times the calculated one. Now, the percentage in the observed delta Tf कितना increase हुआ है, percentage greater than the observed delta Tf. This is equal to delta Tf observed minus delta Tf calculated by delta Tf calculated into 100, and if you calculate, it will be 30%. This is the Latimer diagram question. FeO4 2 minus is converting into Fe3 plus, it is converting into Fe2 plus and iron, and the potentials are given, and the E naught value of FeO4 2 minus, it is FeO4 2 minus to Fe2 plus equal to dash 10 power minus 3. So, for the first conversion FeO4 2 minus to Fe3 plus, we are balancing the equation FeO4 2 minus to Fe3 plus, and E1 naught is 2.20 volts, and we are calculating delta G1 naught, it is minus NF E naught, and from this minus 3F 2.20. And for the second equation from Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus, we are calculating Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus, E2 naught is 0.7, delta G2 naught is minus F into 0.7, and our required equation is FeO4 2 minus to Fe2 plus, and we have to calculate E3 naught, and E3 naught can be calculated by using this relation delta G3 naught equal to delta G1 naught plus delta G2 naught. From this, E3 naught is calculated by putting the data, and we are getting 1.825 into 10 power minus 3, but here option is, it is given in the terms of 1 dash into 10 power minus 3 volts, it is 1.825 into 1825 into 10 power minus 3 volts. We are getting 1.825 825 volts, it can be 1825 volt, 1825 into 10 power minus 3 volts. So, answer is 1825. The next question, graphite plus water is giving CO plus H2, CO plus H2O is giving CO2 plus H2, and here the temperatures T1 and T2 are given and relation between temperatures T1 and T2 are asked. Here water gas formation from the carbon, it is at 1270 Kelvin and it is CO plus H2O is giving CO2 plus H2, water gas shift reaction है ये, इसमें temperature is 673 Kelvin and these two temperatures relation is asked 1270 Kelvin and 673 Kelvin. Here T1 is greater than T2. And this is from D block. Potassium dichromate is used as primary standard in volumetric analysis. Yes, it is correct. Statement 2, potassium dichromate is more soluble in water than sodium dichromate. It is wrong because sodium salts are more soluble than potassium salts. So, sodium salt has greater solubility in water and extensively used as an oxidizing agent in the organic chemistry. So, statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is wrong. Next, an ideal gas is stored in a closed container at a pressure of 940.3 mm and if the volume of the gas is reduced by 40% of its initial value at constant temperature, then final pressure of the gas is dash mm of Hg. It is Boyle's law application. According to Boyle's law, V1 equal to P2 V2 and here P1 is given and let it is V1 equal to V and P2 is taken as P2 and volume it is reduced by 40%. So, remaining 0.6 V. Now, P2 equal to 940.3 by 0.6 and you will get 1567.16 and if you report the nearest integer, it will be 1567. Next question, the angular momentum of an electron in Bohr's orbit is L, then change in angular momentum in second orbit of hydrogen atom is. If angular momentum is taken as mvr equal to nh by 2 pi, it is L equal to, in the first Bohr's orbit means first orbit, n value is 1, L equal to h by 2 pi and in the second orbit it is 2h by 2 pi, that is equal to 2L. Now, change means L only, 2L minus L, that is L only. So, the answer is L. Okay students, that is it for today. We will meet again in the next paper. Thank you.